What is up, guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. I really wasn't going to make a video out of what I'm doing today, but I figured I'd put the information out there since I couldn't find it myself personally. So there's two things that I'm doing in this video or showing. The first thing was a windshield washer relocation, because for the past 2 years I've had my battery relocated and no windshield washer reservoir because I took it out. That way it was easier, you know, to take the engine in and out and to check the spark plugs and stuff, to compression test it, you know, constantly. But what I ended up doing was relocating it, and if you see right down here, there's a hole cut, and then you can see the logo for it. So what I ended up doing is just literally self-tapping it to the frame, and it holds it, you know, pretty solid. And I had to elongate the wires. I'll put some photos right here of what it looks like when I took it. I didn't record the process for some reason. It was just kind of me doing it and seeing if it worked, and it actually ended up working. So, you know, that just goes to that. But the other thing I'm doing is, if you have a hood dump exhaust, all you get is just constant soot. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. You know, you can definitely see it, you know, on my roof rack and then on this side of the windshield. But it gets really bad to the point where, you know, I can't see almost when I'm driving and stuff. And it, you know, looks really dirty when I show up to meets and stuff, because I'll literally wash my car, dry my car down, go to start it to leave, and there's condensation in the hood dump, so it just immediately sprays. So I can have a freshly detailed clean car and it'll instantly get dirty. And so I figured I'd fix that. So what I did is I bought these cheap, it was like $5 on eBay, these little nozzles for the washer fluid. And since I cut a big hole, I am missing this one, so I'm only gonna have one, which is why I kind of have it tilted to the side. But I just shoved that in the other hole and I attached it. And what I'm gonna do is tee into it to use an intercooler sprayer. So I'm gonna, you know, this is just fuel injector line that I just had, so I went out and actually bought, you know, the proper vacuum tubing for it. But anyways, I'm gonna tee into it and then run it, you know, along here to get the intercooler sprayer to actually spray the intercooler, because I get a lot of shit online for having the exhaust right next to the intercooler because of heat soak. But even though I have a massive hole in my hood and a working hood scoop, you know, that isn't enough for some people to believe. But I actually don't have an intake air temperature sensor to read what temperatures I'm at, but you know, it is definitely warmer over here than it is over here. I literally just got done driving my car and I can, you know, put my hand on here. But I'm gonna make the intercooler sprayer spray in this area of the intercooler, since this is where it goes into the engine and this is where the exhaust is at. You know, this area will stay pretty cool with the actual, you know, hood scoop or whatever. But I'm gonna go ahead and record this process just because I figured I'd put something out there, and just to kind of show how to relocate the reservoir, because I looked it up to see if there's like a better way to do it, and people have put it in their trunks and whatnot. No one's actually done it right there. And that's funny because that's the actual like stock location for newer cars, except they have like the tube that comes up, so you do it right there, which I may be able to incorporate one day. But I mean, right here is fine. I literally just like pour the, you know, gallon in from here. I just get a hose and shove it in there, you know. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So I got y'all in a POV mode right now, so y'all are on my forehead, but I figured I'd just make a quick little video about this. So this is the line I'm using, normal vacuum tubing. I usually buy it in the off the roll at O'Reilly's, but they have been out since the pandemic. So all I'm gonna do is replace this line, because the other fuel injector one was not malleable enough to like squeeze on properly. But I'm just gonna put this on and then kind of route it where I want it to go. But anyways, we have this intercooler sprayer, or this is the nozzle I'm gonna use for the intercooler sprayer. You can kind of see you can adjust those little things in there, which is kind of cool. But I gotta figure out where to mount it, so whenever the hood's closed, there's not a whole lot of space, and I don't just want the wire or tube coming. And so it'd almost be cool to kind of do it like that, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a sharp enough angle on the actual hose itself, since this comes straight out, so I may have to do it like that, you know, to where it sprays sideways and then just zip tie it right there. I don't know, I'm gonna have to, let me go ahead and try that real quick. Alright, so I literally just mocked this up just to do it, so I'm gonna have to go in the car and see. So the general area that it sprays is correct, and I can actually adjust the nozzles ever so slightly, but I'm honestly really happy, you know, with how it sprays. You saw that video, I just set the GoPro down to show y'all, but what I'm gonna do now is to get this to mount, I'm going to zip tie it right here. So I'm going to have to drill a little hole and then zip tie it. And then I'll bring this down and I'll tee it in with the other line that goes to there. And then I should get a nice 50-50 intercooler spray plus, you know, windshield spray. So there we go, another way to ruin my Subaru's hood than it already is. And then I will run this zip tie through the hole. Just like that. And then pull it tight. And just like that, it is solid in that area. And then I will figure out how to tee it from here. So something funny about my car is that my hood has flown open before to where I can put it all the way back, and I actually like to have it this far back sometimes when working on it. So as if you can see here, I got the little Y inserted. Now if I pull it tight, you know, it keeps it tight, and then I got enough of the hose to where I can open my hood this much. And now all I gotta do is hold it right here, and then it'll be nice, tight, and out of the way. And what I have is these nylon cable clamp assortment, and I'm just gonna use a basic one. Like this one should work. Let's go test it. So now if I were to put it there, and I can just self tap it down right there, and we will be fine and out of the way. So now I just got to get one of my self tappers, and unfortunately I'm all out of my small ones, so I have this kind of large one which has enough room to not hit the bottom of the top side of my hood. So now I just got to put the correct bit on there, and then I'll probably put this right around here. So I'm gonna mark it. Now I have the mark to then start it so I don't ruin the hose if it slips. So just like that. And now I'm going to put it through and in the hole. And boom, just like that, I have an intercooler sprayer up top and my normal sprayer where it's supposed to be with a relocated pump. So now let's close the hood and see where everything shoots. So like I said before, I may need to move the nozzles a little bit, but if we get in the car and you see how it's spraying on the windshield sideways, it actually cleans my windshield. And then I'll put you all next to the hood scoop again to show y'all what that looks like. And just like that, we have an intercooler sprayer, and I can clean my windshield again to get all the soot off, which, you know, you can kind of see right there. Yeah, especially right there, all along the side of my car. It gets really annoying sometimes, and after having my car like this for over a year, it's finally nice to be able to get my windshield clean, to actually be able to see, except whenever it, you know, rains and actually cleans it itself. But other than that, I'll go ahead and show you a little bit of a closer look at this. So if we come in here, you can see the two self tappers and the two pumps and the extended wires that I ran up around and, you know, up in the engine compartment right there. And that's literally all I did. And you can kind of see it through there and see that it does not hang down or get hit, and it is pretty solid as well. Like, I literally can't move it at all. And that's with this self tapper right here. I have two of these babies in, holding it together, and I literally just fill it in really easily from right there. So just like that, just wanted to make a small little video about me doing that, just to put something out there to show y'all, you know, what y'all can do. You know, you can go do your own little thing you want. But anyways, follow my two Instagrams right here, guys. I appreciate the love. Hit me up if y'all have any questions. I've already had people do it before, so don't feel like you're gonna be the first one or that'll make it awkward. I love helping y'all out because I want everybody to be in the cars and learn how to work on them and do their own little mods to it and get better at it. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and peace.